Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of CR Bits. Today, we're going to be talking about who is in charge when an incident occurs. So, Usama, in our own SOC, when an incident is discovered, who would be responsible for putting out that fire?
Hello, Mekenna. Hello, everyone. It definitely depends on the size of the fire. So if it's a small fire, like a kitchen fire of a cybersecurity incident, that's straightforward. The SOC analyst, 1 and 2, they kind of take care of it. They put it out. They file an incident report, and that's as far as it goes.
All right, well, let's take it up one. So, what if it's the house?
Well, it's a little bit different. This is where the SOC can't do it because the SOC analyst 1 and 2 are putting the smaller fires. But if it's the house, or the terminology would be multiple systems impacted, whether cloud or on-prem, this is different because now you're dealing with multiple systems at the same time. And usually our incident response team and compliance team gets involved. And Mekenna, you're on the compliance side of the fence. Can you walk us through what you guys do?
Yeah, so on the compliance side, we have a set of playbooks that help us resolve incidents. We handle major incidents like cloud, infrastructure, user accounts, and mail security. But one thing I'm wondering is what happens when it's the whole neighborhood that's on fire?
Okay, well, that's taking it up a couple of notches. Let's see. So, if it's multiple systems that are getting impacted by this incident, it's a different category of response because it's not just about putting out the fire, it's dealing with the outcomes of it. So, here you have customer users that are impacted. You could have the actual customer employees or their systems. And so the business has to get involved. The business has to make some of the major decisions, such as communication, which systems to give up if we have to, which systems to bring up online, and when, et cetera, et cetera. And all those decisions, they're a little bit less on the technical and more on the business.
Absolutely. And if there was one piece of advice you could give to the listeners, what would it be?
I would say practice is everything. Similar to business continuity, disaster recovery, you got to practice it at least once a year. You got to go through it, practice it, make sure that you have all the phone numbers, make sure you have all the communication and the people. I mean, some people leave, some people join the organization. You got to practice all of that to make sure that you're ready. And that's kind of from an incident response team on a higher level. I think on the level on the ground that's dealing with the incident, Mekenna, how many incidents have you been involved with?
Quite a bit.
So, what would be your advice to our listeners?
Every detail matters because you need to know how it happened and whether or not that fire is out.
And I think that's a mic drop from Mekenna. Be cyber safe out there.